And welcome to the Headwater Science Center Saturday Science Fun Show. We're calling it the Fun Show because it's really not an after-school day, so we're going to try to have a little more fun on Saturdays if we can. Today, we're going to work with, I need that balloon. Oh, nice play. We're going to work with static electricity. Now, most all of you have experienced static electricity before, right? You've walked across the orange shade carpeting, wherever, did your little dance step, reached out for the doorknob, and you got a spark that went to your finger from the doorknob, or your doorknob to the finger, and that was about 20 or 30,000 volts you just generated. And you go, whoa, how come I'm not dead? Well, voltage isn't what kills you, it's current, it's amperage. So you can take a lot of volts, it's just the amps that are, you can't have build up too much, and that'll stop your heart. Okay, well let's, you guys have probably all played this trick before, where you take a charge. Now what am I doing? I'm rubbing this balloon against my curly platinum hair so that I can build a charge on here, and I'm going to put a net positive charge, which I'm getting from my very hair and body, and as such, I believe it will stick to the wall. Now, why does it stick to the wall? Question has been set out for everyone. Why? Well, because why? But what in particular about static made that happen?
Electricity.
Okay, it's static electricity, and what happened was I generated a positive charge by rubbing on my hair, and that wall is negatively charged. And in the electrostatic world, opposites attract, meaning negative is attracted to a positive, and a positive is attracted to a negative. And similars, what do you suppose they do? They repel. They stay away from each other. So we're going to look at some of those ideas and have that happen for us.
Why is the wall negatively charged?
Because it's connected to the ground, connected to the earth, and it's a sink for electric charges, essentially, the earth. When we ground out any electrical system, we sometimes will drive a big piece of copper pipe, it could be even our plumbing pipe, into the ground. All right, here, have your balloon back. We're going to bring these guys up here. They're going to show us some tricks with electricity. If you guys have your rigs working, get them up. Come on, I told you it's going to happen quick. So you remember that balloon? It was...
This way. This way.
Now, jerk it away and see if it'll...
This way.
Bring it in, bring it in. Bring it in, bring it in. All right, does everybody have their rigs working yet? They've been rubbing them with this wool felt material. Get it rigging and get it dancing in front of the screen, and I'm going to demonstrate what we'll be doing. And essentially, putting a charge onto these PVC rings, and you can see what's happening there. With that one right there, you can see it's, let's see, maybe mine is charged differently. Here, take this one. And you can see that if they're not being drawn together, they're obviously similarly charged. Now touch it once with that and see what happens. What happens then? Now it attracts, now the charge changes. There's so very little mass in this piece, break it away, that it changes charge in an instant, as it were. And so the air has charge in it as well, and that's going to be both positives and negative. But we have, how you going there? Bring it on, get it seen. Let's see, we got another one. And yours is kind of working here, but we're happen here. Oh, there we go. The balloon was interference. So we can play a game of tennis if we wanted, but no, we're not going to play a game of tennis. We don't want to. So these guys are having a little bit of interesting issue with there. Let's get them on for one more show of what's going on there with those things. You want to charge that one? Okay. So when they're attracted, they have this similar charge, and now you can see it picked up an opposite charge, a similar charge, I should say, and now they're repelling each other. Okay, can you make yours work? Well, you guys have great tools, but they're a little bit crude. Let's just say a piece of wool material is a little less impressive than perhaps this device. Now, has anyone ever seen something like this before, and what is it? What is it? What is it? It's an electrifier. Good enough. We'll call it that. Phantograph Generator. And what does it generate? It generates
electricity.
And what is electricity? Now that we're talking about it. They're what?
It's like lightning. It's
Lightning is electricity as well. Yeah. It's so electricity is really electrons that are flowing from one higher potential to a lower potential. In other words, meeting a ground or finding a circuit that they can fall to. Now that's not much different with static electricity. Well, let's talk about this gadget here that our assistant has her hand on. We're going to move her away. Doesn't she look great today? She's just been dressing up ever since the party of last week. Those of you that were with us. So this is a Phantograph generator, and it essentially strips electrons from the air, moving them along this belt to a comb that's in here, and then the comb pushes them out onto this dome. And what it does is it creates a net positive charge. And if we turn this thing on, we'll get it to charge. Well, you got it. Sometimes get persuaded to want more. That more? Oh yeah, I always like it. So let's try this. Now, why is that spark jumping to my wand here? You know, can you see the spark? So maybe going too fast. Anybody seeing that spark? Why? What's going on there? We already sort of said what is happening. What's happening?
Electricity sticks to metal.
There's so much pressure behind this accumulation of positive charge that it won't stay on the ball, and it jumps to the ground. It jumps to the negative charge of this ball, which is charged, which is grounded through here, through the cord, and through the whole system of the electricity of the science center. Now, here's kind of the tricky part about this, and we wanted to sort of see if you could figure out why does this occur. And see, there's really only one right answer every time, so that should help you guys out with what the right answer for this trickier version of the question is. Okay? Huh. Seems to push away, and then about to give me a big old snap on the nose, and then draw back. Why is it jumping around? Why isn't it just either pushed away, or anybody want to come up and touch this about now? No? I don't think that much charge. Hold on. Hold on. Are the answers over here? Or are you guys just...
We want to touch it. We want to do the shock thing again.
Well, there might be room for that. So, we need answers here, people. We're not just doing displays here. We want science. What's the science here? Why does it go... Why?
It's like the north side and the north side are pushing, and then they push out.
Well, as like in a magnet has a north and a south. Well, this is not really clearly the same. In electricity, it's positive and negative charges. And so the elements have to balance out, or they go, I got to be something else. So they balance out. They have positive and negative charges. So what happens is that when the two have opposite charges, it draws, and then when it gets on there, it transfers some positive charge and moves outward. All right, now I promised the history of the Phantograph generator. It's actually an interesting history, so we won't get too bored about it, but we're going to talk about it. This device was built in 1929. It was not made so that we could play with it here today. This device was built as a particle accelerator. Does anybody know what a particle accelerator is? Does anybody know why we accelerate particles?
For science.
Why? Yeah, for science. Has anyone ever heard of an atom smasher? That's the word they've been called before too. So this was built as an atom smasher. Not the best atom smashers there ever was. But why do we accelerate particles? What's the story here? What's the deep story here? We still accelerate particles at billion-dollar facilities. There's one in France. There's one near Chicago. Why? What do we do that for?
To split up the atoms and make bombs.
We're trying to figure.
Well, that's partially.
Okay, let's hold off that. Let's hold off that nefarious notion. We're trying to figure out the meaning of energy, of matter, of the universe. And when you accelerate particles, now we do it differently now. You essentially send them around in long tunnels, and you try to get these particles going near about the speed of light. And then when you do, you smash them into something. Depending on what you're trying to get to fall out, it could be a hunk of lead, it could be a piece of. Well, there are various ways you do it. So I don't know the whole list. I don't know the whole list. But you take a picture of it right when you smash that and you see if you can figure out what really happened. So you're sort of getting energy and matter at their most basic and fundamental place. And that's what an amp smasher essentially does. And we're still doing that and still trying to figure out, by way of this electric effect, what goes on there. Okay, so we still use these today? The answer is I do, and they're still used in nuclear medicine. So there is still a real practical use. The biggest one right now that I know of is in the Boston Museum of Science, about 20 feet. 2 of them, and they're sending charges. And if you ever go to Boston, you've got to go to that museum, because if you like electricity like I do, you want to see that. All right, well I put this on. If my hair goes too straight up, too crazy, that means I'm getting too much charge, and I'm not functioning correctly, and I may be of a different persuasion emotionally. And so let's put this on there, because after all, the mighty Viking are one of our state symbols. So let's get that going. Oh, before we do, predictions. Now that we know it, and remember, there's always the same answers, right? But
The strings are gonna.
you were here during rehearsals. You know what happens.
No, I don't.
All right, Stratford. What do you think's gonna happen? We actually rehearsed this show. Can you tell?
The hair's gonna stick straight up.
My hair's gonna stick straight up. Well, there's a possibility of that. You think that the Viking hair is gonna?
Viking's hair.
Well, you can see this Viking is kind of losing his hair, or her hair. I expect it's him, though. And let's see. Now, actually, this does more than just, like you say, stand up. It shows us the field. Now, why are they sticking out? Why? It's always the right answer. Yes. They're of similar or different charge? Same, yeah. So they both have the same charge, and they're pushing themselves away. Well, let's remove the source and watch the field. Doesn't just go away. It kind of slowly, where's it going? Where's that field going?
And then when it touches the bottom, it bounces back up.
You think so? Let's see.
No, but there's one right
There's one that's already touching. Is it doing that?
It was bouncing up.
There, you can see that field is still pretty active out there.
It's still one. It's one of the ones touching the horn.
Is it doing anything yet?
Here, see?
Is it starting to fold itself in, or what is it doing over there? I don't want to get too close. Oh yeah, it's touching. It's touching over there. But it did not give up its charge. So let's put a little more charge into it. Back into it. And I want to show you what does happen when we destroy the field. So when we take away the field, it just goes down. Okay? To start up the field, and then we'll take away the field. Start it up. Take it away. Start it up.
Interrupt the field.
Take it away. So I'm essentially, intercepting that positive field. We'll let it go back out. It establishes pretty quickly. It sends those hairs back up. All right. Well, we've done that. And let's just watch. What else are we going to show? You guys have to, what do you have?
I'm willing to be.
You're willing to be a test subject? So before we do any of that sort of monkey business, put the hat on, get that help. It should be slightly charged, but not too bad. And then, okay, that's not bad. Here's what I want to show people. First of all, before we, and I'm going to turn it down because I don't really love to be shocked, even as much as you might think I might. I don't. So, does this kill?
No.
It could, but it probably won't. If I had a pacemaker, well, probably, yeah. Do you have a pacemaker? We went through this before the last time, right? You have all your natural body parts, right? And no help on your heart. So if I had a pacemaker, this could be a dangerous condition, but I do not. So let us just show that indeed. I'm taking a pretty little teeny zip. I don't know if my hair's going. It's gonna hurt more over here. It's always the surprise when they get you more. So I get to do a little bit of that, and I'll probably get a little raise here, and I don't know how that works. I always hate that one. Shut up. It's the surprise that gets you, not the pain. All right, you're gonna do this, right?
I'm not gonna get shocked, am I? Like
All right,
as bad as you
Here,
did.
this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna move her out of the way because I don't want her to get hurt. All right, now you're going to stand on this, and that's going to get you insulated from the floor. And so, let's see here. I had a fleeting thought, but then that electricity went through my brain and I missed it. I forgot. Did it go over to your head? No. Well, you touch this, and again, what kind of charges do you think will go up in here?
Electricity.
Remember the last time you had you on your knees and you hit which?
Oh, I didn't do that because I typed.
Oh, okay, okay.
Bubble wrap me.
That was you? Did we hear?
No, bubble wrap me.
Are you willing to do this again?
Yes,
Okay, so what are you going to do? All right, so we put your hand on here, and then we're going to send a charge, a positive charge. Again, we're going to strip it out of the air, then go through this belt, the comb, and then split up by triboelectric effect, and I'm going to set that to go. And we should get a, oh, wait.
Don't touch too much.
Let's just turn it up for her. She's going to need the more. Yeah. Let's give you a little, you want more, right?
Oh no.
You're a more is better kind of a games person. So we're getting some charge that's occurring.
Oh, I can feel it.
You can
like
feel
in
it?
my fingers.
Yeah, okay, so this is again a good feeling to understand, because if you were in a lightning storm, look at your hair's almost touching the ceiling. It would be trying to tell you that lightning's looking at you. And I keep holding on to this thing and it doesn't hurt me as hard. What I've learned. So
Can
you
I take
can
my hand off?
jump down and then go get one of these guys.
You ready?
All right. So, any more gluttons for punishment over there?
Nice green hair.
All right, come
You
on.
want to do it? It's really fun.
I do. Ah, dang it. This is fun.
I'm gonna get you up on the stool.
I'm shocking so hard.
I'll grab this so that I'm
Me a
safe,
little bit.
and then we'll set that to go. You should feel a nice charge, lifting your hair up, going to the ceiling. Again, we can probably generate about 200,000 volts today. We're having a pretty good day, it looks like. Oh, there it was. There your hair is
Your
finally
hair
set free.
flipped up to the
So,
side.
yeah, it's looking good. Get a picture of that for his hairstylist so he knows what to shoot for. All right, there we go. You can drop down, let go, jump down.
Come here.
His hair is floating. You better be a go. All right, come on back here. We're gonna make a big mess.
Can I go next?
Oh, you're going. You're going. Wait, put the smart cap on.
Smart cat.
Hey, that's a Viking hat.
Electric seem to have horns on their helmets.
They did?
No.
Who said that? I knew where I come from. I'm a Minnesota. Where are you from? Well, I thought they had helmets with horns. Maybe some of them did. Maybe just the mightiest ones did. All right,
Because then
so.
you can grab onto it and...
Oh, it was a battle thing? Like, then you grab it in my hand.
What's it getting you?
All right, I'm going to make sure that I'm safe, so I'm going to grab this thing and send some current into your voltage
Feels like
generator.
there's a fan underneath.
It's a constant current. Oh, really? So you're feeling that you're drawing that energy up. Yeah, it looks nice. It's a good look for you. And I'm safe over here. You're feeling it, right? You're feeling that fuzzy feeling. It's not affecting your brain, though, is it? Oh, one of your helmet hair is just blew right off your helmet there. It's trying to get back to your head. That's the kind of interesting up there. What happened to that string is trying to get back to your head. Yeah, that's becoming interesting. All right.
My shirt's sticking to me.
Oh, okay, well that's all right. You can take care of your charge. Let go. I'll take that charge. And we'll
Get over here!
Those are all come back around.
You forgot your hair.
You lost some hair.
You lost some hair.
Forgot your
So
hair.
I've got
No, it's not mine though.
4 high pins. I'm gonna put those up there. I'm gonna turn on the voltage. Prediction. Nothing, right? Nothing will happen. Oh, maybe something, maybe nothing.
Just gonna like.
Or do you think I should try them like
I
this?
think it's gonna bounce off.
I'm gonna try them like that. Looks more like a
I
hat.
think it's gonna fly off.
You think it's gonna fly off? I don't know. We didn't rehearse this, so we just thought we'd try this. All right, so I'm gonna put a charge onto that. Oh, there they go, and there they go. So they barely had what kind of charge? If this generates a positive charge, what charge was in the plate?
Negative.
Positives repel. Negatives
other.
attract. If it was negative, it would have gone the other way. Make sure to get that charge. All right, what about these things?
Well,
These things are these conductors?
stay
Styrofoam?
on them.
You think they'll stay?
They're styrofoam. They're styrofoam.
Yeah, they are. Well, usually I eat in this size because I'm hungrier than that, but sometimes I just want a little piece of something. What's going to happen this time?
They're gonna stay.
They're gonna nothing.
Nothing.
All right, well let's just see.
There's a
Yeah,
balloon
we
sticking to the ceiling.
we did rehearse this, but
What?
didn't go out like that the last time we rehearsed it. But again, we definitely have similar charges. So get that one. I don't know if we can do this or pull this off, or if we should or not.
It's the same thing. I know it's gonna happen.
Same thing.
It's the same twin file. See, that's the same thing. It
Same
has
thing.
to
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
Same
all right.
thing.
All right. Same thing. Let's do something different then.
Yeah, the
Let's
pond.
try putting some various material in there.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, go find the brooms maybe. Ha 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 ha. No, stay here, stay here, stay here. I think this thing, now we did not rehearse this because we didn't want to pick this up twice, but we think it could happen in such a manner that could be interesting.
It is. It's gonna fall. It's gonna do. I know because you said.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. We didn't rehearse this again. Let's make sure it doesn't just fall off. And we'll see. We'll see. So we are getting a few things that are getting off of like charges. Like charges. We're getting a little. So it's not as messy as we thought it was going to be. Let's try to take it away and make it start over. Wasn't the way we expected it to go. Let's try this one.
Yay!
Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I really wasn't impressed.
Yay!
That one didn't do it either. All right, we need the finale, guys. Who wants?
I do.
I'll do it.
You want that?
Yeah.
Loosen up your hair. Loosen up your hair. Get your straight up.
Taking a minute.
Come on, Matt. Do your hair up. Free chance to move about.
Go like this.
Yeah. Now grab on
Eric,
here.
put your mask
I
on.
want this to be a teachable moment for you, so if you ever feel this kind of feeling and you're in a thunderstorm, lightning's looking at you, get out of there. All right, here you go. We're getting some charge going through you. We're getting some nice. Give it one of those looks. Go. Take your free hand and give it a flip. Flip it
Other way.
on the back.
Eric,
Oh.
or not, but go like this.
It's a good look for you, though. It's a nice look. Yeah. All right. Now, let go quickly and jump down. Jump down. All right. Okay. Any other volunteers? Your hair can look fabulous. You want to try it?
No, yeah,
We'll try. Your hair, the dudes don't have long enough hair anymore. It used to be. Back when I did this in the 60s, the dudes had all the good hair.
We don't have to without
Wait a minute, I was the dude in the 60s that did this. All right, are you ready? No, practice that move. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's go. Get that back hair lifted up so we can get it all the way to the ceiling. Yeah! Now there's a good look for you.
I feel it.
Nice, good. You get a shot of that one, Ryan? You're going to want to show our hairstylist that look. Yeah, get a picture of the hairstylist. This is the one we want. We want to leave the salon with this look. That says, I am all, you're stepping pretty good over there. You're taking out about 200,000 volts from, that could have been the first time you've ever had that much voltage in your body. Let go quickly and jump down. And then go give someone a big hug. Okay, come on. You just can't get enough.
How do you want to do it?
We got time. We're going to break camera here pretty soon, though. Grab on.
Bonk
Should be. Now get it free. Get it free. Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look. You still got things falling off the table here.
Oh, I can hear it when I touch my hair.
You're snapping off to the ceiling. You're discharging up to the ceiling. Yeah.
Use it.
All right. You can jump down and. You guys are gonna help me clean up my mess, right? Anybody else?
That went all the way through me under the car.
You want to try it? I know that you. He really wants to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna have you put the hat on when you do it. Then it'll work. Then we know it'll work for you. Yeah. We'll get your last hair in there too. That was a horn hair.
Yeah, that was on.
Yeah, don't tell me Vikings don't have horns. They got hairs on their horns. They got horns. So now you're feeling it. Your hair is still bound in with a.
Daddy, you there.
Let it free. Let it free.
That feels weird.
We're standing down here for safety.
Do it again.
Go like this. Grab your hair.
Hey!
She's got your brush.
Don't push it back down.
Down. You're trying to look good. We're trying to make you look even better here.
Maddie, just take
Do
Trying to
this.
fluff it up.
Maddie, take this one through your hair. Throw it up.
It's a good look.
Maddie, do this one.
All right, let go and jump down. Come on out here, you hairy Mike. Get over here. Wait a minute, don't touch it yet. Take this charge first. All right, got it.
You might have learned
Tell me, Vikings don't have hair. Look at that Viking there. So it takes a little while to get the charge to go through your head, through your body, into the helmet. And then,
Lady.
There you go. You're starting to light up.
You're a boss.
yeah, you are a little bit lit up now. I think you're glowing a touch. You'll be able to find the kids after dark. They'll glow a little bit.
You guys are getting chicken good tonight.
All right, you're feeling it. Let go, jump down.
Get Natalia, get Avery.
All right.
I don't think you guys.
I didn't get shocked.
You're just
Nobody shocked me. Nobody shocked me.
Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. That was our-
Have a good day.
yeah.